It's beautiful here. Don't you think? This isn't the first time you've been lost here, is it? All this will only last a second. You can't stare at it forever. Aren't you terrified of all this? Aren't you terrified that it's the last time? Something like this happened to me once. A moment so beautiful, so deep, that I kept wondering if all that was real or not. But it was. It was as clear as day. Don't interrupt me, or you won't understand. Now that moment is part of the past. That moment is now just a memory. It's not as real as it used to be, and now, paradoxically, I wish it was again. We as humans desperately seek moments like this without even knowing how to experience them, regretting when they end, begging in vain for life to give us another opportunity to relive them again. Now we're here, hoping that it is not the last time, hoping that all this can be forever. Once I met someone at a time before this. He asked me if I needed help. I was looking for something, but I can't remember what. We stopped to talk, almost forced by a fate stronger than us. We started from our childhood, of how our families had created us for the pure purpose of being better and better than others, of how our houses were jails, where every day in vain we tried to escape. Mentally, we meant, not really. I'd been wanting to communicate my status to someone for years, and I was finally getting there. My selfishness has always prevented me from telling the world how I really felt. At that moment, the world was in front of me. We talked about how the greatest gift was to disappear before our advancing age made us wither, to live in every moment in the prime of our lives, rather than hoping one day to have a better life. There was a world out there telling us to be infinite, to be like it, maybe unhappy, but the same as others. We also talked about science, art and literature, love, sex and misfortunes, more or less common. That moment was dramatically sharp. There was no more conversation. We had reached another level. We could have suddenly withered in that moment without even thinking about what we would miss next, because in the end, what comes next was no longer important. The last memory I had of that person was a sneak kiss. That deep conversation became love. I know everything about you. We can't love each other. That's not possible. I am ready for friendship. My selfishness does not allow me to fall in love. Because I know you. You've already done it before. You've already turned friendship into love. Today you've been lucky, though, because we've already seen each other once, without love, though. You said that your greatest fear was to never relive this moment again. Now you can do it. Infinite times. Until this moment will not seem the same as others, and I, the object of your desire, will now be a common image in your head. Something that, over time, you will try to transform into something else. You will give me a new sense, a different sense, every time you remember all this. This isn't the first time you've been lost here, is it?